Good evening, Cowan Corner. Welcome to episode 3. I am your host, Josh Oletsky, and with me tonight for an interesting change is Vice Executive Producer Shawn Agrawal as my co-host.
Yeah, hi. I'm a rising ninth grader at River Hill. So we
And Cowan's Gisborne.
and Cowan's Gisborne, yeah. So we have a very special guest tonight. This man is one of Cowan's own, and we are very fortunate to have him. Oh, Jonah Richardson, yeah.
Yes, he is none other than Jonah Richardson, Cowan's very own member, and also happens to be Council Gadol for Northern Region East. So let's go ahead and welcome Jonah Richardson.
Thank you so much.
Okay, that
Josh.
sucked. But you get the point. What's up, Jonah?
I'm doing great. I'm excited, man.
Yeah. So you are Northern Region East Council Gadol. How's it feel?
I think Sean's gonna have to correct you on that one.
DC Council.
DC Council. My bad. But
I'm not Emperor of NRE yet. We'll get there.
How does it feel to be on council board?
It's a great time, honestly. It's very, very rewarding. I'm working with a bunch of really awesome people this year. Shout out to Seth for being on here. I couldn't be more thrilled with the people I spend my time with.
No.
So how different is it from being Council Gisborne?
Honestly, it's night and day. You know, for starters, people actually have some quantifiable amount of respect for me, and I get actual responsibility. People think about me when they're thinking about who's on council board, instead of having to be reminded that I'm also there. It couldn't be more different. Oh my God! Speaking of people who I love to be working with, Jasper Bernstein. Wow, it's awesome to see you.
Speaking of great things, you are also now apparently a waiter at Nando's Peri Peri. I got that one right.
Yeah, a host actually. Just got this job about a month ago. It's a lot of fun. They didn't warn me when I got the job that I was going to be hit on by adult women at the Arundel Mills Mall constantly. I'm not saying it's like an active downside, but it's certainly not something they prepared me for.
Yeah. And you are also a wrestler.
Yep. Yeah, we all know plenty about that one. We can move on.
Yeah. And you went to Oklahoma Nationals.
Right. Yeah, that's how I spent a lot of my summer. Took about 3 weeks to cut down to 125 pounds, severely mess up my body's metabolism, and go get beat by some of the best people in the country. But I got some really good barbecue. So, you tell me if it was the move.
No, you didn't get COVID.
So to go back to Nando's, do you remember any great or any pickup lines that specifically stood out to you?
Honestly, no one's creative. It's a whole lot of just straight up adult women hitting on me. It's never anything interesting. Yeah, we're really looking for a change of scenery, honestly.
Speaking of serving, I need to serve you something tonight, Jonah. You may remember that earlier today I delivered to you 2 red cups covered with saran wrap.
I need to go grab those out of my fridge right now.
Yes.
I'll be back.
You are all in for a very big surprise, folks. I can see a lot of you are just looking at me weird, like, what's this dude talking about? But rest assured.
Josh, casual point here. I make it a goal to not drink Coca-Cola. So if it's in any of these,
it is not. It is
great.
Not.
So whatever disturbing things you've put in these 2 red Solo cups.
All right. Please hold them up so I can ensure that they have not been tampered with.
They have not.
They have not.
I haven't seen them.
Both of the cups, which actually, now that you think about it, I can't actually see from the camera. There are X and Y that should be on the bottom.
Yes.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, it's not showing up on the camera, but that's a totally separate issue. So I am going to have you, because I don't even remember what's in which cup anymore.
Oh.
I'm going to have you start with X.
All right.
Yeah.
Do I need to have like an empty cup near me?
You can have a glass of water to wash it down, I guess.
I'll be okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't gonna vomit.
You only
And
need to take a sip.
I asked you earlier if I was gonna vomit, and you said no, and I still don't trust you.
I don't trust me.
Thank you, Seth. You're really making me feel better about the situation. Some serious ASMR going on here.
Yeah, I might have made it a bit too tamper sealed.
All right, took a sniff of the first one. Honestly, very disturbed. I do
All
not
right.
know what the smell is.
I am going to have you, before you take a sip, open the second cup.
All right. Back to Jonah's 8 p.m. ASMR Cowan Corner session.
And actually, I'm going to have you take a sip of that one first. You can just rip it off. It's fine.
Everyone's ASMR. Like,
Okay, this one's significantly better.
All right, take a sip of it then.
All right, that's what I was hoping to drink before Aiden Schmall pranked me with the red wine vinegar at one of our programs. That's,
Okay, now you see where this is going. Go ahead and take a sip of the other one.
Is this the other one? Do I really have to? I've done this already.
You have to.
It's just as bad as the first time.
In fact, I'm not even sure that that's the exact same thing that we gave you the first time around.
Neither am I, but are we going into the story now? Do I have to tell the story?
I actually have to.
Go for it.
Because I actually planned that program.
Hey, I planned that program too.
Oh, right. So, Jonah, you can chime into this. But basically, this program dates back to, I believe, the spring term of 2019.
Yep.
All right. I got something right. And around this time, we had an issue with Jonah where he was drinking the grape juice too much that we used for Havdalah to extinguish the candles.
I mean, every program would just find our shliach's little glass of grape juice and just get someone to distract him while I ran away and drank the entire glass.
And eventually, Aiden Schmall, who is unfortunately not here with us right now, decided to do something about it. And I don't remember what exactly he made, but you learned your lesson pretty quickly.
That I did. So we grabbed the grape juice and expecting nothing different from previous weeks, drank it, and all I can say is thank goodness I was outside. I proceeded to vomit. I
don't remember you vomiting.
I ran into Sam Saligur's bushes and vomited red wine vinegar and whatever I had eaten for lunch that day outside his house.
Oh, so that's what it was.
Do not, because I mean, my thing was like drink it all in a 30-second span. And I drank at least half. Was it on the driveway?
Yeah, it was on. It was on the driveway because that's where we were.
Okay. Yeah, and I got at least halfway through that little bottle. You know, the little glass bottles. Yeah, it was a very unfortunate night.
How did you get through the entire bottle before you realized what was going on?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I guess I was excited in the moment that I had yet again duped Aiden Schmall. But looking back, it was just too easy that week. I had it coming, and he played me.
Yeah, there goes a lesson for everyone. Don't drink the grape juice because Aiden Schmall will come for you.
I think the lesson is just be scared of Aiden Schmall.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so we have other matters to discuss. For example, David Grun. Could he be super chill dude or world's next super villain? What's your take?
Right. So Grun and I have been friends for a while. I think he got a haircut recently. I'm
And Grun, you
astounded.
can unmute yourself and say what's up.
Yeah, hi. Yes, I did get a haircut
Does this
recently.
man not look like a supervillain to you guys? Let me know in the comments below. Just
Yeah, I'm not a supervillain, at least as far as I'm aware.
So the question here is, are Grun and I a dynamic duo as heroes or villains? And looking at all the things we've done, you would think that we are pure evil.
So you
That's
are.
it. There's no but. That's it.
Yeah, we're terrible people. I'll be
We're
honest.
awful people, really. I mean, Grun and I, if you've never seen us, just, hey, Jasper, what's up? I see some faces. No? Okay, well, Grun and I, yeah, hi. Yeah, we have a great time. Kind of shocked. It took him 2.5 years to register to be in Cowan, but
Yeah,
and that was the point at which he moved back a grade and started the whole what grade is Grun in.
I did not move back a grade. I moved back a semester. I am a junior. I've decided, whatever. I'm done with you guys messing with me.
All right, so like I said, nobody knows what grade Grun is in. He'll
and
just
for
continue to
that
be in a
reason,
class of his own.
he is a supervillain.
Yes, but we can confirm Grun and I probably closer to the villains versus hero spectrum.
And I'm not trying to take the spotlight off you, Jonah, but real quickly, Grun, what's your plot, man? Like, what are you trying to do? World domination? Stop global warming? Okay, that would be good.
Why would I stop global warming? Global warming's great. Turtles suck. We should kill the turtles. They have done nothing for anybody. They're a waste of space.
Hey, that was an OSI RC theme.
So, just
Kill
to
the
add-
turtles.
I don't go to RC. Ari, they're terrible. I'm more on the world domination side of things. Think we could do a lot of bad if we conquered the whole world. It'd be a nice change of pace too.
Would you say turtles are the worst animal, or do you have another one that would rank up there?
Besides humans, I would say turtles are the worst. They do nothing and they
Worse than
suck.
mosquitoes?
Mosquitoes, I don't mind mosquitoes that much. Turtles, waste of space.
There you
Yeah.
have it, people. David Grun, world's next worst supervillain. Superheroes,
Thank you.
you need to get on this stuff. Thank you very much, sir. All right. Next order of business. We have Dylan LaBorwit. Why can't he get girls?
I don't remember agreeing to talk about this.
You did.
I really
The
don't.
application, I will pull it up right now.
Dylan LaBorwit has every reason to be better than everybody in every way. I heavily disagree with this statement.
And speaking of Dylan LaBorwit, he is joining us right now. Dylan, why
Cap-
can't you get
Cap-
girls?
No, we're not going to talk about this. Dylan is better than literally everybody else on the planet. Such a nice guy. I mean, why else would the entire chapter of Bela BBG be obsessed with him?
Yeah,
I mean,
this is it.
years
This is
past.
exactly my point. What's going on here? He's like the chillest dude in the world. Like, there's some sort of whack conspiracy theory going on. Like, oh yeah, and he did change his name to Gabrielle.
So what was the reasoning of, so I think you went a little bit, explain this a little bit during a board meeting, but I feel like you could go more in depth on this now. Why do you not change your name to Dylan LaBorwit every time? Like, why do you keep it at Gabrielle?
Wait, it's for me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, funny story. So this is actually my sister's Zoom account because she has Zoom Premium. She told me I couldn't use her account, but I used it anyways. So I'm worried that if I keep changing my name, I'm going to forget to change it back. And one day she'll notice that I'm using her Zoom account. So
We'll make sure we remind you.
All right.
thank you.
Anyway,
Well, thank you, Gabrielle.
moving on. We have our next order of business. We have some Montgomery County people in this show, and I feel like they're kind of confused,
Just
as
Jasper,
to what
literally just Jasper.
Howard County really is. I think,
And
Jonah, we
Groom.
really need to explain to people what Howard County really is.
I forgot. I wrote this down. Jasper, we're going to have Howard County education just for you. All right.
I think I'm good. I got it.
So,
No.
I'll educate myself.
This is a free
It's
lesson on
mandatory.
Howard County for kindergarterners, but you're
It's
not a
mandatory.
kindergartner, so
I can educate myself. I'm good.
So truth be told, I expected more council people on here, and Jasper is going to do it. I know he's going to continue to do his homework while I'm talking, but it's all right. We'll educate Jasper anyway. So what are you working on, Jasper?
I'm working on formal definitions of odd and even functions. So
All right. So you heard it here first. Jasper is indeed an 8th grader.
Oh yeah.
So as he's new to BBYO, we want to educate him about what Howard County is since he lives so far away. Oh wait, Groon's also in Montgomery County. We can educate Groon.
Thank you.
wait, what's a adult?
I
need help.
don't know.
all right, we need to get back to the point. What is
Yes,
Howard
okay.
County?
So Howard County
Morons.
is I don't know how familiar you are with like the Chronicles of Narnia, but basically it's this inaccessible place that nobody can get to and is treated as if it doesn't exist because nobody ever can see it or get there, or they don't take the time to. So then everybody who's there just has their own little whole universe going on. We have some terrible pizza places, too many malls.
We have one mall.
We have one. We have the whole one.
Too many.
Honestly, subpar.
I would agree.
We don't have anything fun like
We have
Montgomery
Howard
County.
High School.
We have Howard High School, home of Ezra Hall, and lots of other people who are better than Ezra Hall,
And trash cans.
and trash cans.
Yep, rip the trash cans.
Yeah, we're not going to go into depth about why we care about trash cans and Howard High School.
If you'd like some context onto what we're talking about, DM me at MaxCowanAZA after the show. I'd be happy to enlighten you.
I don't think Jasper's very interested in learning about trash cans in
And-
Howard County.
You know, we're often with Howard County. We have
Yeah,
we have Montgomery
I got
County over here. All right, we come over to Olney. Then we have like Clarksville and Columbia, and then we forget because like Baltimore Council is that way. But we've got Ellicott City, who is just complete. I mean, it's just a very unfortunate situation.
You can keep talking. I'm just drawing a whiteboard for you. We've got Howard County right here. Montgomery.
Right, and then that line is Olney, and that's because Olney doesn't exist. It's just like in that.
And
middle
then
place
somewhere
right there.
down here is DC.
Only
Right.
does exist.
Um,
No.
Hurt.
And somewhere up here is Baltimore.
Just as a
No,
question,
on the far no, Josh, past Montgomery County is DC.
Yeah, I said somewhere down here. It's southeast
And there we go.
Montgomery.
And maybe it's time to stop screen sharing.
Okay, yeah, let's go back.
I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did.
quick question though, Jonah. Is there a single benefit of being in Howard County rather than being in Montgomery County?
I mean, just the fact that we're close to Ellicott City is like good enough for me. There are some fun people out there, but
A lot of surfers who get to do some urban surfing a lot.
Matthew Rudolph, all your friends have large houses. Clearly, you have not been to Bethesda. If you want, I will take you on a field trip. Clearly, you have not been to Bethesda. Ari Spanier, it floods a lot there. More interesting than anything in Howard. Yeah, it does flood a lot in Ellicott City, but it's okay because Gordon Ramsay will fix it for us.
Yeah.
We love Gordon Ramsay. Fun fact, when Gordon Ramsay came to film that show, the guy who owns Phoenix, Mark, you know, the big like bald guy, he's an old wrestling coach of mine, and he's a great guy. Mark's awesome.
And Jonah, apparently you are fostering a dog right now. What's that like?
No, absolutely am not. That was about a month ago. We did one, then we did a second one. And after the second one, we put my mom on probation for dog fostering. The first one was great, super great dog. We had a great time, got her adopted. And then the second one was just an absolute shit show. We got one of those like kind of Chihuahua-esque dogs. If you don't know, basically, have you ever seen a small dog that looks happy? And
My dog
answering
is
your
small.
answer, no small dog looks happy. Josh, you have a normal sized dog. Big dogs, great. Medium dogs, great. Small dogs, they when they look at you, I mean, they know there's something wrong with them, and they know you did it to them. That's not an original line, but it's just incredibly true. So the second dog, I mean, we would just be sitting there. It's like, take him outside for 4 hours, nothing. Standing next to him, just pisses right on the carpet. I mean, thanks for that. Grun wanted to adopt the first one. He didn't want the second one, and for good reason.
Yes, so it seems it only gets worse as it goes. Well, we're going to move into another segment, which tends to be the favorite, which is interrogate the guest, where basically we're going to run down the line and let people ask you questions. We're going to start with our co-host and vice executive producer, because on the technicality, he is not the host. He is co-host, but he still gets to ask a question.
Okay, let me think. What is? Do you have a favorite memory from wrestling?
Are we talking about, like really sentimental moments or the
No,
moments
just
that-
funny, like funny moments.
I have a really, really great video of one of my teammates who was a transfer from Colorado, absolutely bopping to TikTok by Kesha on the sidelines of a practice. People are like, oh, wrestling's super gay. And like the sport itself is not, if you know anything about it, it's incredibly difficult. But the kids, I mean, oh my God. If we started a thing at my school called Pop Music Wednesdays last year, because we have duels on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So Wednesdays are meant to just keep your weight down, stay in shape, get ready for the next day. And in the spirit of them being chill days, we would just blast pop music in the wrestling room in my building. We get people come in every once in a while to ask the teacher, who's our coach, questions. They just walk in. We'd be blasting Taylor Swift while trying to beat the crap out of each other on the wrestling mat. I can't imagine what it looked like to someone walking in the room, but instituting Pop Music Wednesdays is the only appropriate funny wrestling story I can tell.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right, Andrew, you're next on the list. What do you have for good old Jonah here? Andrew? Okay, he doesn't have any questions. If you have
Kind of
any,
want to bully the people who are have their videos off here. I kind of want to bully them into getting them back on. So I think we should shame them all.
There you go.
Ari.
It worked. Nathan got his camera back on.
Jasper, I'm going to get to you eventually. Ari, you're next.
I just need to address this. What's the point of hairless cats?
Ari, I don't know. Look, I'm a cat person, but I'm a specific cat person. Like, there are really bad cats out there. You get it. Hairless cats don't deserve rights.
Like those Egyptian cats, like
I truly couldn't tell you.
the Sphinx.
I mean, I'd say their only good use is for, like stew with mystery meat in it. But honestly, I bet they don't even taste good.
And that's how school cafeteria food is made, people.
Thank you, David.
Yeah.
When they say it's beef, it's just some cat.
Yeah. And speaking of David, you are next. David Grun, Hammerhead.
Oh, no. Don't let Grun ask any questions.
Out of respect for not asking anything inappropriate, I'm going to pass.
Yeah, good idea.
Can you ask an appropriate
Okay.
question?
Ew.
All right.
David, can you ask an appropriate question, or is that out of your ability?
No, that is out of my skill set, unfortunately.
With
Actually,
this
I
being,
do have an appropriate question.
All right.
Wow.
When should I come to your house to get the bat?
honestly, whenever you want tomorrow. I have work until like 4:30, but after that you can come over. I'll just be on calls.
All right, got it. Thank you. That's it.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, and in case Grun's mom hasn't told you yet, but don't worry, she will. David has made the varsity baseball team at JDS. Now, I think he wants the bat for Levi because mine is too small for David. But gotta point out that making varsity basketball at JDS is
Baseball.
like, I mean, I don't even understand. It's like being good at ACAA basketball. It's just not an accomplishment.
People would kill to be on those teams.
David, I just want you to know, if I walked into JDS and signed up for their wrestling team, they would put up a shrine for me on the spot. I mean, it's so easy to be athletically recognized. at JDS?
I'm offended, but that's the first time I've been offended by something I totally agree with. Yeah.
Well, is it a little bit different from wrestling and baseball? Because baseball's more competitive.
This is going to be like a fall league, and I'm very good at warming benches. I've been doing it for years.
I was gonna say baseball's a spring sport, so.
Oh, throwback.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
usually a spring sport, but spring sports got canceled. But yeah, usually I warm a bench in like the penalty box in a hockey game. So I'm moving on, trying different benches out. It's an interesting feeling, and yeah.
Yeah, with emphasis on the whole bench warming thing. If you don't know, I used to play rec baseball with David, and we were just, terrible. The only difference that I had the sense to leave after 2 seasons, and he kind of stuck with it for one more before high school. But we were so bad. On one of the last days of our season, this is right before I left. The team made it David and Jonah Day, and put up a whole sign trying to make us be less terrible. Spoiler alert, that game got rained out after the first inning, which is just symbolic for how terrible we were.
And the best part was, during that game, I made 2 errors in the first inning.
And threw his glove in the trash can.
Well, that would say it all.
So why is everyone's camera shutting off? I don't feel like.
We need
feel
to.
bad.
Yeah, we need to take care of that.
Being a bunch of little
Cowan,
pussies.
you're next.
I'm really
That's what
upset. I
they're
feel
doing.
like I'm boring everybody. Andrew Pinellas, come on, man.
Dylan, Cowan,
something-
you're next.
it's
Unmute
scary.
yourself and ask a question.
All right. Can you come back to me? I haven't thought of a question yet.
Yeah. And then who's next? LaBorwit, my boss, I guess.
Oh yeah, I didn't have a question. Can I pass my question off to someone?
Sure. Wait, what did I just?
All right,
never
thank
mind.
you for having my back.
Dylan
I feel
Levine.
terrible.
Dylan Levine.
There you go. One more person.
Okay. Jonah, how big is that spoon on your wall? Like,
Oh.
compare.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
ask about that.
So there's a lot of really fun artwork in my house. If you've only been here for a while, you'll have seen a couple of them. But when you really start looking around, you start noticing some truly weird shit. I'm just gonna go stand next to this for comparison. It's enormous. It's a huge spoon.
Have you ever used it to eat with something?
No, but I believe someone has tried to take it off the wall to use it for cereal at some point.
Yeah, I believe that might have been me.
Probably Groon, honestly.
I tried to take,
I
tried to
have
take
another
off the
question.
fork, but I never tried to do anything with the spoon.
My second question is, can we see Rupert?
If Rupert comes by, I will gladly show you. I will show him to you. But he was only down here right at the beginning before the show started, and he has mysteriously disappeared, probably to take a nap in my basement on David's spot on the couch.
Oh.
And there you have it. We have next Gabby from Gila.
Okay. My question for Jonah is, what is your personal opinion on like talking about people behind their back, and like is it okay in certain situations? Like, what does your moral conscience tell you?
I can't tell if this is a pointed question or not.
It's just general, like how do you feel in like those situations? Like, do you feel like it's okay? Like, just a general question.
Thanks, Groon. Yeah, so I'm still not convinced this isn't pointed at me, but I don't remember a recent time I've done anything bad to Gabby. So, oh wow, Dylan, wow. There's definitely something going on here. If you know me for long enough, you don't know I have any too strict moral responsibilities. She's gonna kind of leave it there. I think people should be nice to each other, but at a certain point, you just gotta have some fun.
So
That's
what do you
facts.
draw that line? Like, can you give an example of where you would draw?
Drawing the line is at doing irreparable damage to a relationship. As you know, you all know, male relationships are just bullying, and we keep it under the line until one day someone crosses it, and the next thing you know, you don't see them for 5 years. But you know, we keep it right on the line. I think that's why Cowan is so tight knit. We know how to play the line real well. But if you're gonna say something that's gonna, okay, Grun, I threw a metal water bottle at your head because oh wait, that was the time you didn't deserve it. Never mind. I was thinking of the time I threw you into a tree.
Cowan Corner has a non-discrimination policy.
Yeah, honestly, just if you're doing something that's gonna irreparably damage your relationship with somebody, apologize, but don't do it in the first place.
Yeah.
And if you're not gonna get anything out of it, don't ever do it.
Josh
Unless it's
Molinari, you're next.
Yeah, how's it going with the ladies, Jonah?
All right, next question. No, quarantine has been good to me. Will not elaborate for the sake of some of the females on this call, but
There's only two.
What? Yeah, exactly. But
yeah, Gila, I'm
move
disappointed
on.
in you guys. I expected way better turnout.
Quarantine has not been too rough on me.
I'll just say, I wanted to point out that after you started talking about girls, Nathan turned on his camera. I just wanted to point that one out.
Because Nathan knows. Nathan knows what I'm talking about.
Matthew
And
Rudolph.
Dylan's gone.
Matthew Rudolph.
Hi, Jonah. How does it feel being both of my parents at the exact same time?
Oh my God, I was dying for this question. Honestly, son and son. I am just it's an honor. I'm still figuring out what my identity is, but if you all have not had an opportunity to experience being Matthew Rudolph's mother and father at the same time, you're really missing out.
Where do I sign up, Jonah?
How did it feel to give birth to me?
I'm both a confused mom about BBYO asking casual questions and also a large aggressive man in the bathroom of an AMC. We have a great time being both of Matthew's parents simultaneously, and I'm really just hoping I get over my issue of strong-arming small Jewish teenagers wearing jerseys in the AMC movie theater bathroom.
No, but actually, seriously, where do we sign up to be both of Matthew's parents?
It's really circumstantial. You got to do some weird stuff between border calls.
I gotta slip out of your uterus.
But Matthew, it's an honor.
Nathan Butler.
Oh, hey, Jonah.
Hey.
So sometimes at night, you drive around with Seth Rhodes.
Yeah.
What happens in this car?
Without going into too much detail, I think you might be picking me up after this call is over.
Can you not come to my house, please?
All right, I won't come to your house. Just drive around places, meeting some new people. Seth goes to Wild Lake, and we know that there's a questionable crowd there, but Seth has some interesting friends. Definitely getting to know them. So we have a good time driving around together, just meeting all of Seth's. I don't know if friends is the right word. Acquaintances. Dylan, maybe. Last time I was driving around with Seth, we asked you and you said no. So get in line. All right. I'll let you know next time.
And last but certainly not least, Sam Marco.
Okay, so there's a video of you wrestling Danny and Danny Tao winning.
There was no win. That was tie.
No, Danny Tao won.
What do you?
Would you like a rematch?
Yeah, Tow Truck did win that one. I have to point that out.
Without a doubt, we'll take a rematch. I think people told me that I needed to let Danny win. That's an old video, right?
That was from
that was from the time travel program.
Spring term 2019 or something like that, I can tell you.
Yeah, it was before Sam was in the chapter, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
There was another video of Danny Tao also beating you at the time travel program.
At the time travel program.
That was a tie.
Wait,
It
maybe.
was the AIT sleepover.
Dude, time travel rush. That was my rush.
Wait, never mind. No, different. Okay, never mind.
But I would take a rematch in a heartbeat. The video that circulates is of me, I think, wrestling Nathan actually, and that one I certainly do not lose in. That was the night we bunch of
Yeah, it
Gila
was the
members
time
just
travel.
crashed our
Nathan want a rematch?
Yeah, a bunch of Gila members just crashed our program. I would take a rematch with Nathan any day, but honestly, I think he's just scared of me after what happened there.
Jonah, you grabbed me in some weird spots, so I'm not going to wrestle anymore.
Nope, didn't.
All right. Well, we are towards the end of the show, and we're at everyone's favorite segment called What is Going On Here? Jonah, I feel like you would know what's going on by now, but let's get into it, shall we?
Just real quick. Dylan, are you taking this call from your floor?
Which one?
All right. Levine. We got a thumbs up there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do it, shall we?
Esta noche es especial, solo que puede pasar si yo te gusto igual. Quédate un ratito, me pegué yo me pegué aquella cinta que se yo me pegué atrás.
All right, I think we've seen enough of that.
Yeah, I heavily agree.
Right before you describe what happened, I just wanted to ask: do you think you would actually do this? Like, what would it take? What would it take for you to do this?
Too much. Honestly, you're not gonna make it happen. But so, what you see here is actually Jacob live feed of Jacob Reed on the bus to a kickoff dance.
My God.
Now this is before Jacob does anything questionable with some unfortunate women, but if you look closely enough, you could see that he's wearing a mask because he's deeply ashamed of how he looks and needs to dance overly sexually to compensate for the fact that he is entirely broken inside and has no idea how to be a normal human being.
All right, but here's the thing. Why is he wearing a full-on Spider-Man suit? Why not just wear a mask or something if he just wants to cover his identity?
When you're wearing a full body suit, it's easier to put like socks in the front and like a pillow in the back to make yourself, pop out more. Which Jacob Reed definitely, that's his speed. So I'm sure Jacob is looking at the full body suits that if you all have ever seen Dodgeball, the pump. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So I think that's the vibe Jacob's going for here with the Spider-Man suit.
I never knew they took people to kick off on Barcelona subway cars.
It's just bad camera quality. It's Jacob Reed on the bus to kick off.
Okay, that kind of makes sense. All right, folks, there you have it for this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you, Jonah Richardson, for being here. And
it's a pleasure, Josh. I had a great time, honestly.
Thanks again, guys, and we'll see you next time on Cowan Corner.